Era of Chaos Chronicles Chapter 4. Stakes are increasing. It's getting increasingly difficult. We might spend all the silver in the next chapter. So we'll go to the next chapter. Chapter 4. Masters of the Elements. You can even play Heroes of Might and Magic Heroes Chronicles for the story. We might play it one day. I have all the Chronicles. I mean the original Heroes of Might and Magic, not Hero of Chaos. We'll claim the rewards, and then we'll check out the blessing. I don't need maximum heroes. I need this card for later. You'll see why. This is the best option to take. We will have multiple tower units most likely. So let's go for the story. Number as always. 2. So 4, 2, and then there is gonna be a 1. Direction also works because then you're gonna get a maze, but the solution, I always pick left, 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 and it's gonna be fine. So Gorgon, Hydra, and Red Dragon. That's a problem because we don't have any of these units. We might keep this. And now comes the other problem. That we have opponents and we haven't had a chance to recruit any units. And right now we don't have any defense whatsoever. So we cannot fight like this. We don't have any blessing either. So this means that given that we don't have any of these units, we'll just skip this buff. We were quite unlucky. And we're even more unlucky or lucky depending on how you view it, because this is the best hero of the game. But why are we unlucky? Because we have 162 silver in total. That's the problem. And it might be the last chance that we can purchase this hero. So what should we do? Considering that there is a chance that we'll have to spend another 200 silver quite soon. So I will take it. And for that, we'll have to fire Crack Hack. So I'll recruit Dragon Mutare. And you'll see the difference. Maybe this will make the difference. From now on, I'm not interested in getting any heroes. Maybe some other heroes instead of Zeron, because Dragon Mutare trumps Zeron, and it also has only fire spells. So if you have fire, 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 see, and your buff is fire spell, yeah, fire type CD reduction. 10 plus 10 is like 20% extra. And the 10% extra for just fire helps. So that's why I chose fire at the beginning in chapter 2, just saying. Now, unfortunately we don't have any more units. So this means we have to heal. Good news is that healing is free. What do we need to heal? Obviously, the 2 defensive units. So that our team is at least semi-functional. And we need to somehow survive one of the battles. This is a harder battle. Because the defensive units are surrounded. I don't know how, but the opponent can place defense units on the back. This is quite attack and range heavy, although the Black Dragons defend. Not easy either. And this is a horrible opponent. Maybe it's just because that opponent only has arrows. It keeps on giving me spells every 5 seconds. So maybe that's why I perceive it as horrible opponent. Now we defend against defense. Good news is that even the attacker can more or less charge. So we go for the back row with everything we have, and we use the defenders to ensure that will deal with the opponent. I mean the defense and the charge. The bottom row is vulnerable. Maybe I'll swap the 2, because the bottom row is quite vulnerable. And let's try this out. We still don't have a proper healer. It's always a problem. Let's see what the druid does. Yeah, we couldn't check it out properly. Oh, we forgot to swap out the hero. That may make the difference. Let's swap out the hero, because you already lost one unit. I was waiting for that like big effect. So we're gonna swap out the hero.
Let's make it quick.
Not an easy hero. It's gonna be an opponent as well. Later. There you go. So opponents fall like flies. That's the thing, because it damages all the opponents, not just a few. So they are all weakened, and then we do the rest. See. Zeron was targeted, and it takes time for the devils to do their job. Now we're gonna strengthen a bit. No. Unit damage on stone key to gates. What is this? Unit damage 20%, bleeding target. No way. HP is the way to go. It's a weak buff, it's not the best one. Too bad. We have to fight. The opponent is out of balance, which means that they defend far too much. So this means that we're gonna position our units and do our best. And hope that the weakened units are in the back row are gonna fly or fall fast.
I can never be defeated.
If not, then we'll have to reconsider, because we might lose a few units. Yeah, we lost one already.
The bitter cold.
Told you that we might need healing. I mean, healing the units that died. Those units. We also need during battle healing. So we're not full right now. Story. Enter the magic circle. And that's when we can spend 200 gold. And I'm now puzzled. Because we have some defense, we have sufficient defense with these two units, although we can just say that, okay, screw the stone elemental, we'll just keep the other defender, and we'll just purchase a defender. But I want to come back for the arcane archer as well. That's why we had a problem with getting Dragon Mutare that early. I could have survived with the other hero. So we'll get rid of the weakest defender that we have. We're quite lucky in terms of getting defenders. And now this is a really strong team with the Dragon Golem. And we'll need to wait to purchase this one. And unfortunately we need to fight some battles. The genies heal. Defense and healing, I mean, we can try it out. But it's not gonna be an easy one. Maybe we'll strengthen the second row, or this row, to burn through the opponents. And we'll hope for the best. Because the problem is that with the genies up there, they're gonna keep on healing. But the good news is that the whole formation is not gonna take much damage. Or not, no, they will take a lot of damage, they are not gonna deal a lot of damage. The hero is uncomfortable though.
Blood gives me strength.
Yeah, we deal too much damage for the genies to heal, even for 4 genies, which is a good news here. So I'm not courageous enough and knowledgeable enough to speed it up. You see, we lost a valuable unit. And we're not gonna get enough gold to refill this. So maybe we'll try out the other battle. This is an equally tough battle and a very disturbing, to say the least. So this is a sacrificable unit. Maybe I'll heal the Medusa, and at least we have a Medusa in that case for a support. Not exactly the healer like Mermaid or Genie, but better than nothing. Yeah, there you go. Now it starts. You'll see this arrow every 5 seconds, basically, I guess.
Fury of the ocean. Fury.
And
I
again.
can never be defeated. Fury of the ocean.
Okay, we'll take this. The last damage I couldn't cancel, so which was the other dead opponent? Yeah, the druid again. Too bad. We'll have to improvise. And unfortunately we get another battle. Now sooner or later we're gonna go up to 100 coins and then we're gonna be fine. But wait a minute. Tower. I could have done this before this battle. Because the issue is the following. Dragon Golem is tower factioned. So this means that we can just place the attack enhancement on the Dragon Golem. And it's a useful enhancement because we're gonna get multiple tower units in the future. So I'll add this blessing right here. And Firebirds, yeah, this is the easiest battle that we have. Too bad that we just got a battle afterwards. This is a long chapter because we have 30 cards remaining. So we'll need to heal someone. Healing is for free. I'll heal the Medusa. We have enough defensive units. We'll need to strengthen. The back row is fine. But we don't have anyone else who's like strong enough. That's the problem. We can heal the druid, but then we'll get rid of the druid as soon as we get the arcane archer. Okay, let's do the following. My new formation is gonna include just one unit. And we'll see if we can get away with it. That's why Undying Body is so good. If you are interested in how to get it, check out the second video. And place it on a unit that may be part of the formation during the 4th chapter. Unfortunately, we don't have other options in here, and you see it's very vulnerable. So we need some protection for this unit. Maybe a Dragon Golem helps. Shark Trainer doesn't really have to go to the back row because there is no one to avoid. Medusa is gonna help. Afriti is gonna burn. And burning is coming from the back row. And we have these 7 units for now. Let's see what we can do. Plus we have a strong hero as well. That's what I'm capitalizing on right now. Especially the strong hero. And you see, thanks to the defensive units, we're just going quite well, plus the Medusas are there as well. So maybe it was a mistake not to heal the Medusa in the first place. Okay, none of these units are interesting, neither do we have enough silver. This is a bit more interesting now. Guardian Angel. No, not that important. Attack skill 20% is better. We already have some magic resistance if I'm not mistaken. Or not? Okay, either way, attack. Unit attack 10%. Is it unit or hero attack? Unit attack. So it's only 10%, which means that the 20% increment is 13 over 11. It's like almost 20%. It's not exactly 20%, just an increase from 11 to 13. We'll leave this unit in peace. I will need to earn a bit. So I'll go to battle with 7 units again. Now we need to charge this time.
dragon blood gives me strength.
and hope that the back 3 rows
Considered what
fall like flies. Or just with a bit more of flame. So once again, this is a grotesque unit because you have a Scandinavian type with a Bollywood voice, but what can we do? Okay, mana recovery, initial mana. We don't have initial mana yet, but it helps at the beginning of the battle against opponents that are weak. Mana recovery 2, it means like 2 per second. This means that in the first 15 seconds approximately we get an edge and we can start casting spells faster. So I use this one. No, maybe and maybe. But maybe not. I'll keep this card for now. Unless we cannot defeat any of these opponents. I'll try this. They seem a bit out of balance. Oh yeah, because I forgot that one of our defensive units died as well. Okay, we'll try with one defense. Well, this means that we have to clear the top row and we'll charge. We'll see what we can do. I have no idea. I'm saving healing costs too much,
dragon
maybe.
blood gives me strength.
If the Dragon Golem does this, then it's a real heal. But the health itself is going down. But it seems like it paid off. And we won the battle with just 6 units without anyone else getting damaged. Story. The no honestly. I know it sounds like Sebastian Vettel, but anyway. And now, Evil Inferno Fire is the choice that we have. Fortunately not for this specific story, it's for the future. None of these units are interesting. Fortunately, none of these units are interesting either, although I'm tempted to get the Manticore if I want more charging power. But between the Manticore and the Medusa right now, my top choice would be Medusa. So I skip this card altogether. But my top choice is this unit, but we're like 3 silvers short. Heroes, I told you, we don't need any more heroes. Prophet's Hut, decline. We don't... Well, although, good question, because if the fight is easy, I don't know what kind of fight we get. But I think we cannot afford to get anything other than buffs at the moment. Recruit unit. Okay. Now, the thing is that we're interested in the Medusa mainly. So we'll skip this one. And we still have a Medusa, maybe, if we needed it. But we have a Blessing. Now, reset heal cost is an option, but when you have this option, it's worth for you to keep the card near the very end of the chapter, because if you keep on healing, at the end of the chapter it resets. Spell recovery time 5%, maybe we'll do the reset healing cost. So the 5% spell recovery is better than nothing, but healing costs, we might need to heal at this stage. So we'll heal one of these. Which one? Given we have Conflux here, Stone Elemental this time. I don't know which one is better. That's the 7th unit. And are we gonna charge with Divine Blessing? simply be... But the thing is that if we had Druid, and it does give... although it doesn't do Blessing. So, good question. I think I'll just go for the more powerful unit. And heal this one. And now we're full again. And we can go to battle and still haven't lost a cent. So even if we lose any of the units, the Arcane Archer is gonna take its place. So we're worse off than usual financially because of Dragon Mutare, but I couldn't not purchase it. So we want to break through the bottom row. Let's see. And if we lose one unit, so be it. So be it. So we'll see.
Let's make it quick. Doomed to fail.
Something is weird because the spell itself didn't take enough damage. But it seems like that we're healing. That's why our HP is basically full.
Never be defeated.
Health-wise, we're doing really well. I'm tempted to accelerate the battle because it's gonna take long. With all these genies healing, that's the problem. But I cannot accelerate it because as soon as we go out of balance, then we can lose a lot of health fast. And the opponent only lost one unit so far. And it's healing. That's the problem. We need one more loss. And the druid is gone. Not a problem if it's only the druid. The druid is quite weak. But I have a solution for this. The druid is gonna be gone from the army altogether. And you see that as long as we can get away with just losing the druid, we should be fine. We will never need the druid. We'll fire the druid straight away. So let's see what happened. Stats. Heal. So based on healing, you see the Medusa. What did the druid do specifically? Not much. Took a lot of damage. Didn't damage others. And spell-wise, this is the hero spells. Skill-wise, what did the druid do? Nothing. Why did we have the druid here? I have no idea. I would need to get into this stats analysis a bit more. Okay, we can now get the Arcane Archer. So, as discussed, we'll fire the druid, even though we usually fire lower tier units, but maybe they have some utility. Very minimal. I don't think that we will ever revive anyone with 120, 130k. So I'll just disband. Confirm. We will never need a druid. Because now we have an Arcane Archer and recruit it. And now we can go to battle. Although we have the two mermaids, it's the same situation, and two genies. They are gonna heal like crazy. But we're gonna deal damage like crazy. So I'll place the Arcane Archer to the back row. These two units are gonna be sacrificable. And let's see what the Arcane Archer does. It's quite likely that the Arcane Archer is gonna be the strongest unit in the whole field. So, Dragon Blood. And you see we deal damage like crazy. Critical hit, everything is there. But the opponent heals, that's the advantage of the opponent, but now the opponent lost one unit. And from now on there is no turning back. They lost healing power with the genie as well. And I can just accelerate the whole thing. They don't stand a chance, and you see the Arcane Archer dealt the most damage. By far. So this is a good unit. Okay, should be an easy battle. Yeah, it's defense intensive all over the place. We don't even need to do anything, just fight it out. It will take some time. Not a 20-second battle for sure. Okay, I'll accelerate it. It's kind of obvious. And if you lose any of these units, so be it, we have plan B. Once again, Arcane Archer is at the top. I don't know which choice it is, but sometimes we only get the Dragon Golem and not the Arcane Archer. I must have done something correctly. Let's skip this. And at this stage, I think we're fine. I'm tempted not to take any of the units. One attacker is enough for now. So I'll skip on this card. I'm tempted to take the Paladin. That's a strong defender, stronger defender in this game mode than the Stone Elemental, but let's not go there. Now, we're gonna be possessive and put it on. It's gonna be a buff, and sometimes it's a good buff, sometimes it's a weak blue buff. I don't know. Now it's a weak blue buff that we don't even need. We're not even gonna get a Leprechaun, even if we could, because if I can choose between Paladin and the Leprechaun, I would choose the Paladin every day. So, going back to the basics, hero attack, hero defense, we're strengthening attack now. And we have to strengthen attack even more, so we're now even with attack and defense. That's good news. Hero, we can easily skip this. We don't need any of these heroes. Just fired one of them. This one will stay. And this one, there you go, magic support. When of your heroes cast a spell increases unit damage reduction of your tower faction. Guess which one the tower is gonna be. Now, which one is the tower? Which unit would we place this on? So one option is obviously Dragon Golem, it's tower. Other option is Arcane Archer. Archer, it's also tower. So I will just put this on Dragon Golem because sometimes I'll leave Arcane Archer out from the main formation. I cannot live without a Dragon Golem in any of the subsequent battles. But I don't really need to do anything with a Dragon Golem to stay functional near the very end. So even though I have 2 more buffs to add on Dragon Golem, I don't need it specifically. So we'll have to fight. We'll stay in the middle, but the Shark Trainer will go to the bottom. Fine. And we have two slots to improve this formation. The third row. It's just I didn't want to heal anyone in exchange for silver. Yeah, that's an easy battle, it seems. Yeah, Arcane Archer is the hero. Maybe it's the main ingredient, so the Dragon Golem defense, the Arcane Archer deals all the damage, and it seems like also the healing. This is gonna be an easy battle most likely, because unless the hero does a lot of damage dealing or something, then we just grind it. Damage dealing and spells. Another interesting feature of Dragon Mutaria, look at the stunning. So this has a stunning effect as well, and the opponents don't attack back. Okay, that's easy, so we'll just finish this. It took a lot of time though, because there are 6 defensive units in total. Oh, and once again, maybe it's time to bring in the Paladin. Maybe or maybe not, because we'll need the silver as well. So we either revive one of these and we go to the next level. I think that's what I'm gonna do to save silver. And I won't hire the Paladin. That's a calculated risk, but the reason why I'm doing it is that we need 2 defensive units in total. And during the next chapter, I think we're gonna get Venom spawn. So even though a 3rd defensive unit is not bad in reserve, it doesn't have much to do with the rest of the formation anyway. So I think I'm gonna just heal, and I will also reset the healing cost at the end. So which one should I heal? This time I'm gonna heal the other one. And there is another option. Okay, we can first get rid of this opponent. The 3rd row is very weak though. We need to do something with the 3rd row. I don't have good enough candidates right now to get rid of these units. They are functional. They don't do much, but they are functional. At least they take some damage. Let's see, what do they do? Yeah, Firebird, 4.8% and took 8.7% of all the damage. You see, it's distributed quite well. It took its fair share of the damage and it's still standing. Efreeti, same thing, it took its fair share of the damage, it didn't do much in terms of damaging others, fine. So taking damage, and they basically act as some deterrence. Okay, now we have the boss. I left the card open just in case the boss was crazily hard. I doubt it, but it's once again a more difficult fight than before. So, unfortunately we don't have good enough buffs on the Shark Trainer. That's a problem. Or actually we do, it stays alive for 20 seconds. Oh, and we have a 1 spell per 10 seconds or 5 seconds. Yeah, our defensive unit is gone. Our Medusa is gone. Usually I don't heal my units before going to the next chapter, but now we have a card to reset healing costs. So I'll just invest a bit in having some units that I might use in the future. So one option is that I recruit the Paladin and then I have the 2 defenders. The other option is that I somehow survive with these weaker defenders, and you see they keep on dying, but I'll invest a bit in reviving them. So I'll keep the Medusa, I'll fire the Dendroid Guard, I'll fire the Stone Gargoyle. Even though I don't have to, but it's basically a decision at the moment, because and I fire also the other charger. So it's basically a decision, because if I don't heal it now, then next time when the healing cost is reset, why would I? So I just heal these 2 units for 10 silver. I'll keep 148 for the next battle. And I won't hire Paladin. I'll check out this battle though. This is just an added bonus. So I'll place these units in the middle. Or do I? I rather place them at the top and at the bottom. And I grind through one of the rows, maybe the top row. And in the bottom row, yeah, that's a problem. So in the bottom row I'll do double defense, and that's unfortunately Efreeti, you don't have a place in this. Okay, it can take some damage, but basically that's it. Medusas can, unfortunately they can also take damage, and sometimes they even die. We're just going for the extra silver just in case. And if I lose any of the units that are... So if I lose more than what I win, then it's bad. Right now I'm losing 1 unit, which means that it's worth it. yeah, it paid off. Because I can revive this one unit, I got 22 silver, and I spent either 5 or 10, I don't know. It's still 5. For a while it's 5, then it becomes 10, 20, 30, and it goes all the way up to 100. Later you'll be able to afford 100 at the expense of finishing with less silver. So, blessing, reset heal cost. Accept. Fine. And with the units, I told you the reason why I kept on reviving these units is that I'm not gonna get a paladin. So it cost me 15 instead of 70, plus the option of the negative option of starting with worse defensive units. Okay, this was chapter 4. We'll continue with chapter 5 in the next video.